Okay, so I'm gonna do a reading on City Girls. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to do this reading is because I just recently realized that Carisha is Young Miami, the motherfucker dealing with Diddy. And because I really thought they was two different people. I feel like they even look different to me. Okay, for one, Young Miami, the difference for me between Young Miami and Carisha is the dentures. I don't know. Like Carisha, not Carisha, but Young Miami, particularly. I remember her because her teeth just look way too big to me. I do not like that fake denture look. I don't like that look, but be that as it may. Um, and some time ago, I was watching some type of documentary or something like that. That's around the time that JT went to jail and Carisha had to like hold it down on her own and everything. And I was just listening to her talk and I kind of vibe with her where she is in Aquarius, but the shit that she doing with Diddy, I don't vibe with that because I feel like she sold her soul for that shit right there and she didn't have to. Like Carisha has a 10th house stellium. That motherfucker was gonna be famous regardless. Like, but fame do not guarantee money. And I think like with Carisha, she cared quite a bit about money. And I think it's because she has a fear around being broke. And I get it. I get it. Because I remember in the documentary, she has a child. And she was talking about how when she had that child, her mentality kind of changed. And she really was focused on, living a decent life because she said that before she was working at like a fast food joint or something like that. And, you get paid every 2 weeks, and the money that you get paid is not enough to get out of your circumstances. And that's how they like it. That's how they keep you trapped. They keep you stuck living paycheck to paycheck. And then you never have room to save money to do something other than what you're doing. Hold on, because I'm hot. So yeah, so she had to find other ways to make money. Okay. So her and her and JT met. JT is a Sagittarius and Young Miami is a Aquarius, which usually make good friends, but I just don't feel like it doesn't make good long-term friends because I used to have a Sagittarius best friend and we got into a lot of trouble together because I feel like that air energy, it makes the fire energy like chaotic. And, I started to feel like she started to feel like I was a bad influence, but nah, we was influencing each other. Okay. We used to skip school a lot. And when we skipped school for some reason, like when I skipped school, we skipped school so much in 8th grade that both of us almost failed the 8th grade because how much we skipped school. And so I had to go to summer school. Both of us had to go. But because she did a little better, okay, when it came to her schoolwork and everything, 'cause I think I skipped more school than she did. So she had to go and make up like a few classes on the middle school campus. Now me, because we were switching over to ninth grade, they had this one class on the high school campus. And if you pass this class, you basically pass the eighth grade. But if you fail the class, you will fail the eighth grade. So, this class had a PE teacher. He used to, because over summer school, if you 1 minute late, that's an hour of detention. So the teacher used to sit out the door and watch us run to class and be like, y'all better make it. You better make it or you're going to get detention. So we were running, trying to get to the door before the bell rang. And he just waiting. So, but that class was hella easy. I mean, goddamn, it was a PE teacher. The type of math that they gave us was extremely easy. So I got an A in that class. But with her, summer school was much harder. Like the homework that she had, the work that she had to do was much harder than what I had to do. And I was just thinking about that because I felt like at times she used to be jealous how blessed I was. I was just blessed. Anyways, let's go. And Sagittarius are pretty lucky themselves. I have a Sagittarius rising, but also for a long time we was friends, but I think that she secretly hated me. Like she was always in competition with me because I don't know if y'all know that book, God Don't Like Ugly. She said that she used to feel like the dark skinned girl and I was the light skinned pretty girl in the book or whatever. Because she was a darker skinned, heavy set girl. I ain't look at it like that, but that's how she looked at it. So she told me she used to be jealous of me and everything, but you got to be careful with people that's jealous because they sit around and they wait for some bad shit to happen to you. And then as soon as some bad shit happened to you, that's when they try to kick you when you down. Cause that's what she did. I was dating somebody and all of a sudden this person was like, you cheating on me, such and such called me and da da da. So I told him to call the person on three-way. The dude that he called on three-way didn't even know my full name, didn't know my address, didn't know my phone number. He couldn't answer no questions. And I was like, well, it's clear that this dude is lying. It's clear that this dude don't even fucking know me. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? But he calling my boyfriend at the time, telling my boyfriend that, man, you need to stop playing with this dude, man. You up here breaking his heart. First of all, child, please. And the dude that I was talking to, he believed it, even though this motherfucker couldn't answer no questions. I was like, so you know me? What's my phone number? What's my last name? Where did you meet me? And this motherfucker kept deflecting. He was like, man, stop asking me all these questions, man. Stop playing these games. So the motherfucker I was talking to, he called me a slut. He was like, you a slut, and I never want to talk to again. A week later, he called me and was like, I just wanted to apologize because I found out that it was a setup. Boy, at that time, I was like, look, I'm over it because this was some rich dude. He was black, but his family was a part of a mega church or something like that. So they lived in Heathrow. And I don't know if you know what Heathrow is, but Heathrow is where all the mansions and shit. And his sister on our first date, she joined us because she felt like it was her duty to protect him from gold diggers, I guess. I don't know. But she asked me where I was from and I told her the truth and she instantly judged me like, yo, she didn't come from money. She most likely gonna try to use you. She most likely um she was like she automatically put me in a category of like a gold digger or something because I didn't come from money. So she was like, telling, basically saying that I wouldn't know how to be around money. I don't know how to handle money. Like, I'm basically a broke bitch, and we would not accept a broke bitch in our family. Mhm. So I was already about done with it, but I was going to entertain it or whatever, but he started acting funny because somebody called him and told him a lie. I wish people stopped doing this shit to me. I wish people would stop, but anyways, so his response was we were supposed to go out on a date that day, and then the day before he was acting all funny. So I already knew that most likely the date was going to get canceled, but he waited to an hour before the date to cancel it. That's why I don't deal with that fucking energy, because motherfuckers who do that, I notice men will do that when they being petty towards you. They will set you up like that. I knew another dude who we went out on a date and we didn't really vibe like that, but I thought we were still cool and everything. But he had like a vendetta. So when I was moving into my first apartment, he had a truck, and I was like, I pay you to help me move and everything. And he told me, okay, the day of, he completely set me up. Like, not set me up, but he didn't answer the phone, he didn't show up and everything. I just had to go get a U-Haul. Um, the next day I called him, was like, yo, why you didn't pick up the phone? Why you did that? He was like, oh, you remember when we went on a date and you didn't call me and da 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 da. And I'm like, wow, bitch. Niggas are petty like that. Niggas are petty like that. That's why I do not play those games. And every time, like, they down low petty. And don't let it be a nigga that told them some shit about you, because they will run with that and they believe it. They some weak minded bitches. Like, for real though, I'm about to get disgusted with niggas, to be honest, because they just be disappointing. If they hear some shit from another nigga, they automatically believe that. And men are the most pettiest motherfuckers that you will ever come across. Okay. Think of the pettiest motherfucker that you know is most likely a motherfucking man. All right, let's get into the reading. Nah, because this leading me to think about something else. Now, in my last video, I was talking about the peace dealer and how he counseled on me at the last minute. See, dudes will do shit like that to make you feel inferior. They will do shit like that. And they would sit there on a petty motherfucking ass and wait all those hours just to tell you at the last minute, I ain't doing it. Nah, I don't want to do it. Just to wait to the last minute because they want to make you feel a certain type of way. That's why they do shit like that. All right, what type of person is Young Miami? So yeah, mm, what type of person is JT? Mm. JT have a lot of trauma from her childhood. Really fuck with her to this day. I do feel like she's more independent. Then I'm gonna call her Carisha because I connect with Carisha more than I connect with Young Miami. But be that as it may, now with this Pioneer card, okay, so I do feel like they are soulmates, and I feel like the reason why they met is to do this together. I don't know why I'm getting the feeling like it ain't gonna last forever. Like at some point they going to go their separate ways. And I think that JT gonna do really good, as in, yeah, but she gonna do like she gonna burn bright for like maybe a few years or something, and then I feel like she's going to crash. And I think that's because she's not dealing with her childhood traumas. So eventually they're gonna catch up with her, and she gonna either um do drugs, or she gonna try to escape it the easy route. Um and that's how celebrities do, because their work schedule is so busy and they under a lot of stress and pressure because they feel like they have to continue to outdo what they did before. And it's a lot of pressure. So that's why a lot of celebrities adapt to having drug addictions. Like if you a cokehead, um, you could get through the tour. Like if you smoking, snorting coke or whatever, it's gonna be able to give you the stimlia to get you through the tour. The confidence, cocaine make you feel confident. I never had cocaine before, you know, or crack. I know that's the poor people version. And yeah, I know I come from a poor background, but um cocaine, I don't even want to try cocaine. Like I don't even want to. Um but yeah, cocaine is a rich person drug. You know what? To be honest, I think that it already started, to be real. When it comes to JT, maybe even Carisha as well. I do think that they started to take certain substances to help them get through. I feel like JT have an issue with anxiety. Like it's kind of extreme. It come from her childhood though. It come from her childhood. The anxiety is so bad in JT that she wouldn't have been able to do this without Carisha. Like if Carisha wasn't in the picture, JT wouldn't have continued. Carisha helped JT to kind of get out of her shell, kind of like see her beauty, because I feel like JT have deep insecurities around like the way that she look, even though she's beautiful. I think JT is beautiful. Um, but she do JT think that her beauty comes from when she is did up, like when she wearing makeup. So she could be one of those people who like she don't want to go out the house unless she have on makeup, or if she have on designer clothes, shit like that, because that's where she think her beauty come from. Without the armor, without the makeup, without the clothes, she will feel really insecure about herself. She will feel unworthy, I'm hearing. She won't feel worthy. Also, Carisha has a strong masculine energy. I'm really, I don't feel like P. Diddy is the king. I feel like Carisha is the king to P. Diddy. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me turn off this fan because it's making me talk loud. All right. So yeah. So I believe I did a reading on P. Diddy. I'm not sure if I released it or not, but I remember the reading. And P. Diddy is gay. Okay. Um, I'm not even picking up on bisexual, to be honest with you. I feel like P. Diddy is to the point that he prefer men. And I feel like that's the reason why him and Carisha work. They more like friends. I think they have an agreement for her to be his beard, and Carisha doesn't mind it. You know what? Actually, tapping into the energy a little bit more, I'm kind of fucking with it. I'm kind of fucking with it because um they closer than you think, Carisha and P. Diddy, but she is like P. Diddy best friend. Not really lovers, and they have their own situation going on. She knows some things about P. Diddy. Like it's something they had some type of conversation like a while back, and she picked up on something in P. Diddy, like something about why he keep himself hidden, why he's not out in the open with his sexuality, and she understands it, even respects it, and that's why now she helped him to cover it up. But it's something that she's not understanding about it. She not completely seeing P. Diddy clearly. She don't know how ruthless he is, and she gonna learn pretty quickly. And I think that it's already starting with this priest card, because with this card, I'm getting that Carisha is spiritual. Mm. Not just spiritual. I feel like P. Diddy is starting to integrate her into his occultism. Because I feel like P. Diddy has some type of altar. He a part of some type of covenant or something like that. And either Carisha is already a part of it, or he trying to groom her to be a part of it. I do feel like they connect, like Carisha and JT. I feel like they connect. But I do feel a sense of entitlement, and it's really coming from Carisha, almost like I think that Carisha sometimes feel like she's not appreciated for her part. So Carisha is feeling like she deserve a certain amount of loyalty, and I'm starting to feel like um JT not liking that. JT about to do that Sagittarius thing and kind of like break away, do her own thing. um she doesn't have the same amount of loyalty as hell. Mm-mm-mm. She don't have the same amount of loyalty as Carisha. And I feel like it's because of childhood trauma. Let's look into JT childhood trauma. Feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate segregate families. JT have issues with her family. She have issues with feeling like she was accepted. She didn't feel really loved by her family. She felt kind of ostracized. Um, she might have even been like orphaned, or like she could have been in a situation where her mom gave her to her grandmother or something like that. It's something in her childhood that made her feel like she wasn't wanted, that she wasn't loved. And when that happens to us, what it does, it makes us feel like we have to constantly be giving something to somebody in order for them to love us. We could get stuck in that cycle when you grew up in a family dynamic that didn't really value you or appreciate you. Tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Yeah, what I'm getting from this card is actually like bully like energy. Um Shit, that might how they became friends, because JT could have been trying to punk Carisha, and Carisha was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna let you punk me. Like either we gonna have to fight." Because I felt like JT is a little like rough around the edges, as in, you know, it just giving me that vibe. You ever met like um and a lot of times it be dark skinned girl, and I know it's the programming that makes them like so angry, but I have seen a lot of dark skinned women become bullies, and they will become bullies to other women. And it's almost like their dark skin is a representation of dominance. Cause you ever seen like a group dynamic, and you would have like the light skinned pretty girl, and she would have like this dark skinned best friend that every time somebody try to fight the pretty girl, the dark skinned best friend jump in and beat the other person ass. Almost like her guard dog or something like that. And what I have noticed is that the dark skinned woman will have some type of complex or something like that, where she put this light skinned woman on a pedestal, and it becomes like a obsession. I have even seen it in my own family. Like I have a cousin, everybody think that she fine as fuck and everything, but I have another cousin that was dark skinned, and she was known for fighting. Like every time somebody try to fight the pretty cousin, the dark skinned cousin was like, and she would jump in and do what she do. But it just deep down inside, the dark skinned girl will secretly hate the pretty girl deep down inside, and they be secretly wanting to be in their position. But I have seen dark skinned beautiful women stuck in that mentality. I'm talking about the motherfucker that they fighting for, they look better than that motherfucker. Like, when looking at it and stuff like that, but they don't feel that way because they have a deep-seated insecurity around it. And it's fucked up, but I guess you can only save yourself, huh? So it created a personality in JT where she always trying to punk other women or make other women feel uncomfortable. And then you have to like go to war with her in order for her to respect you. And with this athletic card coming out, it making me think that JT have hands. Like she a good fighter. But she's in a situation now because in this industry, you can't just be putting your hands on people. You gotta be um business minded. So you can't use your hands, you have to use your intellect and your words. So she in the process of learning that, but sometimes she revert back to being a bully. If she know that she can, if she feel the energy off of you that she could punk you, she will try to. It's almost like she can't even resist herself because it feeds her ego. I do feel like JT is good with words though. She actually a very good businesswoman. I also feel like Carisha is also a good businesswoman. Like if you was to hear them talk about their goals, aspirations, their plans, you might even be impressed because they are forward thinking, both of them, especially together. Carisha though, she has like a more masculine energy. I am feeling like Carisha is more balanced than JT just because her childhood was less traumatic. I feel like JT childhood is more traumatic. I think that she might have even suffered from um sexual assault as well. I also think that she might even deal with like body dysmorphia in some type of way. Like when she look in the mirror, she don't see what we see. I'm hearing that JT can easily become a psychopath if she didn't control that side of her, but she could be. And I feel like she know that she could be, but it's like she keep choosing not to be. I don't think that she's a bad person, but I feel like she had a lot that happened to her and she adopted like a lot of toxic tendencies. Okay, so let's dig into their relationship. Um, hmm. They ain't gonna last too much longer. I'm thinking that it's already talks about splitting up the group. There already been some type of falling out. That's what I'm feeling like. I do feel like I feel like right now when they talk to each other, they only talking about business. I'm also feeling like JT feeling as if Young Miami priorities are fucked up. I don't know, something about kids. Like Carisha could be talking about having more kids. And then Young Miami is like, is you crazy? And I'm feeling like Carisha is starting to feel like she don't want to do the music. Like she wants to do other things. And but uh I feel jealousy, but it's in a different type of way. It's almost like a romantic jealousy. Mm. I'm feeling like they could have been kind of romantic at one point. All right, I'm gonna take a break because I'm hella distracted. I think I need to drink water and everything. Hold on.